Yo guys, what's up, what's good, how you guys doing? Trust me, it's your boy Daki. The name is spelled D-A-R-K-I, obviously you know it, double E. Quick one, welcome to Gossip News, where we'll bring you updates concerning music and that's across the country. Yesterday was a whole roller coaster. We saw what happened at LASU, the Lagos State University, and the campus at Ojo, where it was said Poco had an event and brought out celebrities to come grace the event. And then there are a lot of back and forth with students and a lot of stories behind that. Medias are taking news, but trust us at GoSto to give you guys events that really and truly happened at LASU campus. In the meantime, welcome to news. Today we'll begin our news with Davido. Obviously, you know him, amazing guy, obviously doing good for himself. Davido is on course to make a billion stream on his Timeless tour. He's on serious course for it. Davido is doing massive numbers as we speak. We saw where he announced the Europe tour after doing the North American tour, and then for the Europe tour is going to be in places like Manchester, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, France, and the London. Now for London, yeah, that's the O2 Arena. A lot of persons are crying foul, saying Davido shouldn't have gone back to the O2 Arena because he has done it, he has overcome the space, and he should have done something bigger. But then the team thought it twice to say, at this point, we want to do the O2 Arena, and then we want to do it basically. But then fans are saying you shouldn't do it, regardless, whatever space he wants to do. He's Davido, and then he can shut every place down. And moving on, we saw where Davido attained at the time 45 million streams on Spotify for the song Unavailable, and trust me, that song is a massive one. People are really jamming to it, and for Davido, he has been pushing that song massively on all. Like whenever he's called to perform, Davido is sure to perform the Unavailable song because that is what they are currently pushing. We saw at the time where the video on YouTube surpassed 35 million views, and for Davido, he has promised that when the video crosses 50 million views, he is going to start pushing the next song, which is Feel. And obviously it means we need 15 million more streams from people to make sure we get 50 million so that we can start the new song talking about Feels. Moving on, we saw Davido, A Good Time album. At the moment, I've surpassed 900 million streams on YouTube. Davido is massively amassing numbers. You know, that's the thing about tour. When you go on tour, you perform both songs off the new album and obviously off old projects, and regardless, they all win together. For Davido, A Good Time is having massive numbers on YouTube, having about 900 million streams on YouTube. That is a massive one to Davido. And then if you can think about just YouTube, the question should be what are the numbers on other platforms? It just shows that Davido is massively big on streaming platforms. Moving on, we saw for the song Feel is at the moment I've attained about 17 million streams on Spotify. A bit lower than Unavailable, but then it's quite understandable because they are yet to start pushing it, and therefore 17 million is a massive number, and obviously the song is growing on its own. Moving on, we have Burna Boy as the next guy on the initial show, where Burna Boy African Giant album surpassed 740 million streams on Spotify, and that's a massive one for Burna Boy. At the same time, Burna Boy's biggest jam, talking about Last, have surpassed 285 million streams on Spotify. Sometimes because of the week we saw where Burna Boy was trolled by the Black Americans, where they came out to say for Burna Boy, he lacks originality. He doesn't have his own personal song. All he does is sampling. We stole Last song for Last, and then Sitting on Top of the World has been sung. He sampled off people's song, and that people are saying Burna Boy lacks originality, and then all he does is sample people projects and then makes a name out of that. Burna Boy has been accused of sampling for Last song and all of that, and then people are saying, we're tired of this. Burna Boy, give us original song from Burna Boy. You are called the African Giant, give us a song as an African Giant. Now moving on, we saw Burna Boy Different Size featuring Victony have surpassed 15 million streams on Spotify. At the same time, Collateral Damage have also surpassed 50 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy becomes the first African artist to have 20 songs reach this milestone on the platform. That's about having 50 million streams on the platform. He has about 20 songs surpassing 50 million streams. Burna Boy became the first person, and that's a very massive one to Burna Boy. At the time, Burna Boy's song at the time called Merana have surpassed 30 million streams on Spotify, and at the same time, Burna Boy's Bono official video have also surpassed 100 million streams of views on YouTube. Burna Boy it's just safe to say he's digital himself because he has the numbers, he has everything it takes to be in the African Giant. Burna Boy has also surpassed 6 million followers on Spotify, and then he remains the most followed African artist on Spotify with 6 million followers. That's a big one to Burna Boy on that. So moving on, we saw Burna Boy at the time where he was actually seen behind the stage having a video shoot with J-Us at the time and all of that. People were asking questions, when will this song be out? Good news is that the song came out about the midnight and people are really vibing to it and loving what the song looked like. Moving on is the LASU event. Yesterday was a roller coaster at the Lagos State University Ojo campus where Poco was set to have an event, and then this is what happened. Poco, the event was set to hold yesterday, and the ticket was sold at 2,000 naira per person, and obviously they sold tickets more than the venue. So it means if the venue could take 1,000 people, they sold about the 2,000 tickets, and people couldn't get access to the venue. And then it caused like a roller coaster. People were angry, people were vexed up because they wanted to see their fave, and because of security issues and then lack of space, they could not see their fave, and this led to an eruption and people got angry, and then there were reactions from people outside which led to look like a court clash and all of that. And at the same time, it was said that they had a clash, they had a problem with Sheyi Vibes, and because the Sheyi Vibes was going to be coming, Poco actually had Sheyi Vibes saying he was going to headline the show and all of that, and then they expected to see Sheyi Vibes accusing him of using a court line of word on one of his songs and all of that when he mentioned LASU name in the song. And people said they didn't like what he said on that one. They wanted to see Sheyi Vibes and have a conversation with him according to them. And then Poco came out on stage to say Sheyi Vibes ought to be here, or he's coming, but then he branched somewhere and couldn't make it. Like at the time they were demanding for him, and then that made students more aggressive and they got angry. And then they had to pounce on who they could see. The likes of Shmurda at the time was allegedly beaten. We saw Odumodu running back to his car. We saw T-Dollar running back and actually having like a back and forth to students, trying to say words back to them and all of that. Poco was seen begging on stage, saying, "Please, we're sorry. Don't do this again." Because the truth is this: he brought this guy to the school, and then the students erupted this way. So he is saying, if it continues this way, how will this celeb come back to this school to perform? Which obviously is true. And Poco was seen begging the students, but then the students obviously did not listen to his plea as they went ahead to do what they wanted to do, assaulting these guys and making them run for their money. I could see that they were chanting Sheyi Vibes, Sheyi Vibes, Sheyi Vibes. So the big thing is this: even if Sheyi Vibes was in the corner, I'm sure he wouldn't have been there yesterday, because the student really had plans for him, and then for whatever reason they know what they had in mind. They really wanted to know why he used the name of the school in the songs. Anyway, that was what happened yesterday. We're here to get a statement from Odumodu Blvck or any of the artists as it concerns that one. But whenever they make a statement, trust us, we'll give you guys updates as it concerns that one. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one. I will catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and be careful.